What if you could launch a video campaign in 10 languages, including voice and subtitle, without re-recording anything? That's exactly what we are unboxing today. Today with me is Satvik Jagannath, the founder and CEO of Vitra AI, a new platform, GenAI, localization, and we will see today behind the curtains with him on the show. Satvik, thanks a lot for being here with us.
Hey, thanks, Jan. Nice meeting you. Thank you for having me on the call. Thank you for that.
Absolutely. Let's ask, before we dive into the technical part, let's talk about why Gen AI in 2026 is important. And what do you think about that?
I mean, GenAI is almost an essential thing in 2026, right? I mean, it was optional in 2025, but I think 2026 and beyond, it's almost like a smart coworker with you, right? That sits with you and does your work efficiently, right? So, one of the reason to why people are adopting GenAI in most of their workflows and work in general is because of the automations and speed that it's able to bring in, right? And things that used to take weeks or months is happening in hours today, right? And that's one of the main reasons. And there has always been AI over the last 2 decades in one form or another. There's been machine learning, deep learning, different forms of AI, right? With Gen AI, it's very different. It's exponentially more powerful than any of the traditional machine learning systems that any one of us have ever used in the past. Because of that power, the kind of outcome and value that it delivers to enterprises is phenomenal. And that's why
Mm.
Gen AI adoption is not optional anymore. It's almost
It's
essential and mandatory. Yeah.
wow, fantastic. So you described yourself as a builder at heart and somebody who obsessed with automating workflows and shipping products. What have you built? What is Vitra AI?
Yeah. So Vitra AI is a Gen AI platform where you can translate all rich content media formats like videos, designs, documents, creatives, websites, and mobile apps. It's a full stack translation suite. That's what it is. And today, enterprises use this primarily to automate a lot of their translation workflows, thereby achieving at least 10 times faster go to market using our tools.
Exactly. This is also what you claim on your website, right?
So
100 times
it's faster.
faster localization with the platform. So who's Vitra using? Who are your customers right now?
So our customers are primarily in the segment of banking and financial services, retail and e-commerce, media. I mean, these are our top three segments, but we're almost segment agnostic, right? If you look at it, we have customers in pharma, influencers use us, and a lot more, right? So what I'm saying is it's almost not domain specific, it's sector agnostic. Very recently, we onboarded one of the largest steel industry, a company in the steel industry as our customer. Right? So it's domain agnostic, but these are our top three customer segments that we work with.
Wonderful. Let's talk about the real thing because we're here in Technology Unboxed. So our audience is eager to see what do you have really in mind? How does it work? How do they need to imagine it? And let's start with the unboxing, if you like.
Absolutely makes sense. Let's walk through product suite. This is the first product which is focused on video dubbing and subtitling using AI. As soon as you sign up and log in, this is the dashboard where you land on. All you have to do is drag and drop a video and click on upload. You have to choose your source and target languages. We'll just choose Spanish. And you have the ability to enable multi-speaker detection. This is a single speaker video. We'll just choose that. I've already cloned the voice, right, to just speed up the process. And now with just one click, the video translation process would get started. It's uploading right now. You'll see once it's done, the video translation process would start. In the backend, automatically it's doing transcription, translation. It first analyzes the video. It creates the transcripts in other languages. Based on the cloned voice, it generates the voiceover. And there's a phenomenal logic which is focused on, audio video synchronization. Let's say Transcript in English might have 5 words, but when you're translating it to Spanish, it ends up being, let's say, 7 or 8 words, right?
All
How
right.
do you match those 8 words in the same time frame? So a lot of my logic goes into, the system, right? So that's something I just wanted to highlight. So once the video is processed, you'll see the process page that looks something like this, right? Where the transcripts and translations are available in different languages, and we'll just play the original video and see how it looks like.
More
And
than
let's
just
see how
stock
the
your
dubbed
fridge.
version would look like.
We
Right?
work with
Playing this
selected
video,
los
right? I'll also
negocios en
play another
serio, así
language.
que mucho
Maybe we'll
más que
just take
llenar tu
Arabic in
nevera.
this case and look
Colaboradores
at how it sounds
seleccionados
like.
para
Let's
في
just pick
كوستكو
a
نحن
language
نركز
which
على الأعمال
doesn't have
الجيدة لذلك
subtitles. I think we've not generated subtitles for Filipino, right? The whole product is built such that, we optimize for speed and quality together. With just one click, right, you'll see the subtitles getting generated seamlessly.
Okay.
And you also have different subtitle styles that you can pick from. These are predefined
Template.
styles, right? And we also have styles that a lot of influencers also use, right? And on the right side, you have the ability to configure your own custom style, right? All kinds of settings
Right.
in place. Once the dubbing and subtitling is done, you also have the ability to export the video in different resolutions. Depending on your plan, you have the ability to export up to 4K. You can choose the video language which you want to export. And you also have
Mm.
the ability to embed subtitle language. You have all combinations. For any video, you can have any subtitle, and then you can click on export. Really
Cool.
want to just download the subtitle? That's also possible. You can choose the language of your choice and the type, which is SRT and VTT. Right. In the first
Right.
case, the subtitle is embedded or burnt right into the
Sure.
video. In this case, it's just the SRT VTT file. That's
Okay,
that's
cool.
briefly the video dubbing product.
Excellent. Wow, very complete. Okay, so what else is in the product? We have translate
Photo.
video, and
Yeah.
then you have translate website
Website and
and
translate photo.
images.
Yes, absolutely. I'll go to the next product, which is translate.photo. This is where we have plugins for Adobe Figma Office Suite, right? Specifically Adobe Illustrator, InDesign, Photoshop, Figma,
Wow.
MS Word, PowerPoint, etc. Right? This enables designers and people who want to translate documents seamlessly. Um, I'll just show you a demo of Adobe Illustrator, and this is our plugin, translate.photo. All you have to do is choose your languages. Let's say in this case, it's English and maybe Spanish. And with just one click, right, the whole design would get translated to multiple languages. In this case, it's Spanish, right? And now, if you see, the design is translated to Spanish in just a few seconds, and you can go here to the product, go to the processes. You will see the Tesla file that we created available here, right? And now you have the ability to proofread using AI. AI proofreader is a proofreading agent. AI back translator is a back translation agent. And we also have a
Very
QC
nice.
report generator that automatically
Okay.
generates QC reports for you. You also have the ability to invite a proofreader to the workflow itself, like a manual proofreader. You can assign it to them and they can collaboratively come to the single dashboard and proofread this for you.
Got you. Because I see in the interface you have glossaries
Yes.
incorporated,
Yeah.
so you can even put your brand terminology
Absolutely.
on the platform and then force the AI proofreader
True.
to use a glossary.
True. And you also have the ability to import your glossary, export it as well.
Mhm.
And most importantly, you can configure your glossaries prompt. Let's say you're a e-commerce business, right? You can say, what is the purpose of using the glossary and, what is the purpose of using the content and who's your target audience? In this case, it may be kids or, like 60-year-old people, right? Women in this case for shopping, right? You can set all of that. And you also have the ability to train your glossary using RAG, right? RAG architecture. So that's possible as well. This would only help you increase your overall accuracy, right? With just
Wow.
one click, the RAG training would automatically start. This is your translate.photo, which is focused on design, document translation using AI. And we have the final product, which is translate.website, which is focused on website and mobile app translation. I'm just going to show you one of our customers' website, right, where our product is live. This is the English website that you're seeing. Um, we have translated to multiple languages. I'll just show you how Hindi would look like. This drop down automatically comes from our SDK. This is a no code solution, which means there is no CMS integration, no technology, overheads, right? It's a no code solution which translates your whole website. And if you look at it, the fonts, colors, all of these are automatically retained, right?
Because this is a proxy solution
Exactly.
you are serving from your servers.
Exactly. That's right. And now if you look at it, this also has glossary where the whole glossary is available for you to review. And it also has the ability to look at the projects. You have the ability to configure each of these projects. One can be your staging setup and the other one can be your production setup, right? This is how it works. And there is also ability to translate media, let's say images and videos in the website that can be translated. Um, and it's a small snippet. This is all you have to do. Copy paste this in the header of your website, and your website gets translated automatically.
No code.
No code.
Very fast.
Absolutely. Very fast. Yeah, that's briefly how the translation suite of products work. Like I said earlier, the website translation product also works for mobile apps as well. So there's an SDK for mobile apps where you can integrate that into your products and the apps gets translated on the fly as well. That's possible.
Got it. Two questions. APIs to like DeepL or Microsoft, do you support them?
Absolutely. We are partners, official partners with DeepL. So API integrations as available right within the product and tooling. And you can also bring in your own API key if you prefer that, right? Some enterprises prefer that. So you can bring your own API key and, start using that as well. Right now, we are in the process of integrating all of our suite of products into top TMS solutions like Phrase, XTM, MemoQ, and others. That's in process. So which means you can bring your knowledge bank of translation that you have for the last 5 years, 10 years, and feed it to the system so that the tonality and the context of translation only becomes better.
Wonderful. So we're talking about translation memories and the context of what you have translated previously.
Absolutely.
Wonderful. And this will be through an API call between Vitra AI and the tools, right?
Absolutely.
Very cool. Very cool. Excellent.
Thanks.
It looks very good. Let's talk about business now. Satvik, let's talk a little bit about the business part and the growth part. Okay, so how do people subscribe to the service? It's a self-service. Are you catering to enterprises? Tell me a little bit about the business model and the people you are using.
So we have both models, right? A SaaS first approach where people can visit each of these products and sign up on the platform directly. But we also work with enterprises very deeply, even when there are integrations needed. We're happy to do that as well. So we, from a sales standpoint, we primarily work enterprise first, sales first approach. The product itself is SaaS first, right? The offering is SaaS first, and the overall quality of the product is state of the art and enterprise first, which means we are SOC 2 GDPR compliant and VAPT tested as well, right? So which means there's a lot of confidence that our enterprises have on us with all of these certifications in place. So even for creators or
all the security layers, right?
all the security
The
layers are
security
sorted.
layers are important. Got you.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
So talking about trust and safety, responsible AI, what does it mean to you?
Oh, I mean, I believe in responsible AI, right? So if you look at even for training all of our models, we haven't used our customers' data, nor have we used data that's sensitive or personally identified information, right? So primarily, most of our content or data has either been open data sets or data sets that we have procured from people where we have access to and license to. So that's something that we absolutely believe in. And talking about the data itself, the data privacy and security on the platform, we provide an option for our customers with just one form filling, right? They have the ability to, you know, delete all of their content from our website and portals. That's another opportunity that we give, which means we believe, data security, privacy should be in the hands of the end customer,
Mm.
not
Wow,
not
what
something that's, yeah.
Satvik, what is the plan of growth for Vitra AI 2026? You are based in Bangalore, right?
Yeah.
So, hot Indian startup. What is your plan for expansion? Are you looking on the Indian continent? We are now talking about the EU
You.
India deal just released yesterday. It was a huge notification. I think a
That
great
was mind
opportunity,
blowing.
right?
That was mind blowing. Trust me. I mean, highly unexpected, and they called it mother of all deals, right? So it's
Absolutely, the mother of all deals.
yeah, that's a phenomenal opportunity. I mean, no doubt about it. So today we're already working through one of our partners with some of the customers in the UK. So
Mhm.
that's one approach that we're taking. And 2026 is a very big opportunity for Vitra to expand globally using our partnership channels. Today we're already working with a lot of LSPs as well as BPOs and partners globally,
Mhm.
right? That's something that we started working mid of 2025. We've initiated a lot of deals. Today we're in 2026. The goal is to scale that, right? So we personally wouldn't like to set up sales teams globally, but we want to expand through partnerships. That's something that we're working on. So expansion to the US and Europe is of paramount importance to us this year. And we've also set up our entity in the Middle East. So the Middle East
Mhm.
expansion through partners is something that we're also starting to work on, right? So if you ask me
Very
what's the
important.
biggest thing agenda of 2026 is partnerships, right? And I
I
feel
feel
that's one of the biggest catalysts through which Vitra can grow across different regions globally.
you are now at 50 people, right? 50, 60
Yeah,
people.
50, 60
And
people.
I have
Yes.
heard this is to be almost doubled, right?
Yes. That's the goal.
Congratulations. That sounds wonderful. Sadvik,
Thanks.
what would you recommend our listeners to take action in 2026? Now we're starting the year. What is important for marketing to get prepared for this Gen AI future?
Oh, absolutely. I mean, don't treat GenAI as a fad. It is surely is not, right? I mean, today, if you look at how quickly things are changing, I would recommend people to adapt rather than getting perished because of it replacing you. Humans would mostly not get replaced if you learn, adapt, and bring in the best practices of Gen AI within your workflows. And that itself is a huge evolution to how you were mostly doing all of the work mechanically or manually versus bringing in automation to most of the workflows. This not just brings value from the cost and time perspective, but there's a huge business impact, right? Because of this cost and time boost, right, you get a huge business growth that you can start experiencing, right? So I would
Mm,
recommend everyone to adapt and start using Gen AI in most of your workflows so that you see that boost and scale up in all of your work, right? So that's something that I would suggest. AI is your
well,
companion. You should start using it.
excellent. So you have heard it from the founder and CEO of Vitra AI. Today with me, Sadvik Jagannath, CEO of the company. Thanks so much for sharing some insights about your tool and unboxing it together with us. So if you like this episode and want to see more, of course, stay with the channel, subscribe to the channel as always. And for now, Satvik, I wish you a wonderful year 2026, a lot of success, and go for it. Namaste.
Thank you. Namaste.
Bye bye. Thank you.